Hi everyone, this is Abby, and today I'll be doing my TED Talk on why work doesn't happen at work. That is originally performed by Jason Fried. Alright, so most people go to a place of work, usually offices. So these companies go out and they find or build a place for everyone to come together. In this place, they fill with stuff. They fill it with desks, chairs, computer equipment, internet access, software, and a few other things. The employees expect their workers to come into that space each day and get work done. Ask yourself, where do I go when I really need to get something done? Usually answers are the kitchen, the basement, the coffee shop, the library, or things like in the car, on the train, on the airplane, or even things like late at night or early in the morning. So when people go to work, they work during work moments or periods of about 20 to 30 minutes where you then pulled aside for something, then all of a sudden it's lunch, and then you have a meeting right after, then you get 30 minutes in, then someone walks into your office and asks you a question, then you get 15 minutes in, and before you know it, it's already 5 p.m., and you realize that you didn't get anything done. You look back and you say, well, I didn't get anything done today. You went to work, sat at your desk, went to meetings, completed all the tasks, but didn't get any meaningful work done. Why do we expect people to work well if they're being interrupted all day at the office? There are two interruptions that only happen at the office. These are the M&Ms, the managers and the meetings. Those are the real problems in the modern office today. And if you listen to all the places that people talk about doing work, like at home, in the car, late at night, early in the morning, you don't find the managers in the meetings. And managers are basically people whose job it is to interrupt people. They don't really do the work, so they make sure everyone else is doing the work, which is an interruption. They have to check in. Hey, how's it going? They keep interrupting at the wrong time. What's even worse is the thing that managers do most of all, which is called meetings. And meetings are just toxic, terrible, poisonous things during the day at work. We all know this to be true. The thing is, you would never see a spontaneous meeting called by employees. It's an incredibly disruptive thing to do to people. It's to say, hey, look, we're going to bring 10 people together right now and have a meeting. I don't care what you're doing. You've got to stop doing what you're doing so you can have this meeting. What are the chances that those 10 people are ready to stop? What if they're doing important work? All of a sudden, you're telling them they have to stop doing that to do something else? Meetings are very expensive to the organization. Companies often think of a 1-hour meeting as a 1-hour meeting, but that's not true unless there's only one person. If there are 10 people in the meeting, that's a 10-hour meeting. It's 10 hours of productivity taken from the rest of the organization. This meeting could normally be handled by 2 or 3 people talking for a few minutes. So managers and meetings are two major problems in businesses today. Here's 3 suggestions for you to take home today. Number 1, we've all heard of casual Fridays, but how about no talk Thursdays? How about pick one Thursday once a month? Cut that day in half. Let's say just the afternoon. No one in the office can talk to each other, just silence. And what you'll find is that a tremendous amount of work gets done when no one talks to each other. Number 2, try switching from active collaboration, which is like face-to-face stuff, tapping people on the shoulder, saying hi to them, having meetings, and replace that with more passive models of communication, using things like email and instant messaging, or collaboration products. Things like that. Some people might say email is really distracting. IM is distracting, and all these other things are distracting. But they're distracting at the time of your own choice and your own choosing. You can quit the email app, you can't quit your boss. You can put these things away and then you can be interrupted on your own schedule, at your own time, when you're available, when you're ready to go again. Number 3, if you do have a meeting coming up, if you have the power, just cancel it. Just erase it from memory. And you'll find that everything will be just fine. All these discussions and decisions that you thought you had to make at this meeting, just forget about them and things will be fine. People will have a more open morning. They can actually just think. You'll find out all these things that you thought you had to do, you don't actually have to do. So those were just 3 quick suggestions I wanted to give you guys to think about. I hope as managers, bosses, organizers, you guys can think about laying off a bit and giving people more time to get some work done. I think it'll all pay off in the end. Thanks for listening.